Hi, and welcome to the next part of our Troopy build. So it doesn't have to be a Troopy, could be any 4x4 truck, whatever, van. So we're going to look at the inside of the cab today. I'm going to go through it quite quickly, so bear with me. I'm going to be kind of going a bit of a rapid rates and not, so let's get into it. Starting at the bottom, still got the original vinyl on here, but what we've done is we've actually put the the foil backing stuff, which is the reflectives material. But what we've done is we've not actually stuck it to the floor like we have in the back with the foam reflectives on the floor. We've actually stuck it to the vinyl, if you like, carpet. You can't even really call it carpet, can you? But anyway, we've stuck it to the vinyl. So what you then do is you can take it out, you can sweep it out, you can do other stuff, etc. It just makes life a lot easier. At some point you need to get access down there, so that's that. Coming up to the seats are from a Volkswagen Golf GTI, very poorly mounted, as we mentioned in the one of the previous videos, but we've managed to sort that out, and I'll say it's probably one of the most important things you can do if you're going to be travelling long term. Stick a decent set of seats in. Behind the seat we have the tool boy, but what we've got is we've got the bottom of the tool boy. Okay, so I keep my tools and sort of other odds and sods and bits and everything else. I've left it open and dragged a few bits out so you can see it. So if we come back out again, stay where you are. This kind of thing. Nuts and bolts, everything else. I've got one with electrical bits and one with sort of odds and sods. So those along with the tools. We junked our toolbox and have gone for tool rolls. You can actually store them a lot easier. Better access, doesn't weigh as much and everything else. So at last I managed to get rid of my lovely ball bearing drawer kind of toolbox thing, which was a bit sad, but this is much easier and much better. Back to the inside. Move this back. Up on top here we have something we bought in South Africa which cost virtually nothing. It's the old dashboard cover with pockets and all kinds of other storage stuff, etc., which was very cheap there, incredibly cheap. We got these door pockets that came with the car. I could sort of cover them there, this sort of furry stuff that made it look like a fucking wombat or something. I don't know, it looked weird. So covered with a bit of black vinyl, stuck back on. What we're now going to do is we're now going to go around the other side, and then we're going to do a little bit of filming from there. Sorry I'm rushing through it, but I don't know what's going on. The camera here, I don't know, it seems to click off after 11 minutes, so perhaps it gets bored with me. Anyway, let's go around the other side. Welcome back to the inside. We're going to start at the top this time. We've seen these. This shelf unit thing came from Australia originally. We've seen a few other Troopies with these. Really like it. I mean, it's got a weird thing here which kind of comes down like a shelf, so don't really use that, but very handy. Little speaker for your CB unit so you can stay in touch with everyone on the road. CB unit here. We have a wire here which obviously connects up to the our little dash cam, which we don't use. And to be honest with you, I should be just leaving it plugged in and using it. So we'll get round to it. On here, I had one of these years ago in the 90s, and they're only like £5 or something. Obviously Chinese made, and you've got these little filters, and then you've got which is great for when you're driving in towards the sun. Tilt it down, bring it up. I mean, it's just, I don't know, just so handy, and it slides along as well, so you can move it around. Because these aren't the correct sun visors for the Troopy. You need longer ones, so it kind of helps out on that, to be honest with you. Okay, the light you see up here, I've switched the light on so you can actually see me, although you probably don't really want to see me, but unfortunately you've got no option. And I've got it on a dimmer. So again, this is an LED strip light. It really costs virtually nothing, along with the dimmer which costs nothing. So yeah, that's well handy. Coming down here, various little USB points I put in. As I've mentioned 1,000,001 times before, the wiring was just a rat's nest. If you look underneath where the pedal box is now and everything else, you cannot see any wiring at all. It's all been tucked away, it's all new. Little cheap Sony USB, connect up your phone, your music, everything else. I think that cost me second hand about £20 or something, and yeah, I mean, why buy a new one when you can buy a second hand one that works just as well nowadays. Up here, another thing from South Africa, Little storage thing. Again, works rather well. I can tuck stuff away in there, which is super duper. Behind here we've got our battery box. We're not going to go into the electrics today, it's far too involved. Though we had this made by Luke again down at Turkle Customs Conversions in Chichester in Sussex in the UK. If we're going to come up top, I know which way is best to see this. Can you see this? I don't understand quite why no one else has done this, and perhaps you have. It's a speaker pod, again, made up out of wood, 6x9 speakers. It just absolutely kicks music. And at the same time, you can actually see we've got a USB fan there. There's another one on this side. Hiker, I have it just there because I can't drive and hold it at the same time. I'll probably be arrested or something. So Hiker has her separate here and just holds it in front of her face if she's getting a bit warm. Another couple of things we need to do while we're here. In lockdown still in West Africa, borders are bloody closed still. Various USB cigarette points to run all the equipment up here. I did have this separately, all the wires are there, we have been using it, but what I want to do is I actually sort of want to fit it into here. So I'm going to get a hole saw and these will be fitted inside, so it just looks a lot neater at the end of the day. Okay, what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you this as well. Blackout curtain. Obviously, because we've got the speaker pods, you can have a wooden rail. Make sure on your blackout is that you've got the valance up here, which does definitely block it out, and bring it across for when we're sleeping in the back. Again, just very, very, very cheaply made, but it's exactly what you want. So what we're going to do is, we're going to pause again. I'm going to get Hiker to come round the other side, so see you back round here. Right, back round the other side. On the door, again, we've got the same pocket, which is very handy, but this, again, we bought in South Africa. Normally goes on the back of your seat. Now, we've got one on the back of Hiker's seat, but we had a spare one. So we've just literally Velcroed it and stuck it up on here. So you've got all the stuff, all your pens and all your other crap that you normally need when you're crossing borders and stuff. Inside here, you can see where I've done the wiring. I've used this conduit, this white conduit stuff. Oh, probably not so good. Let's have a look for you. Bear with me. Ah, there we go. So it's like white conduit stuff, which takes the wires from wherever they're coming from, which is like here, there, and everywhere. Turn it back round again. And we've got that all over the car. We've also got sound deadening pads in the doors all the way along. We see people, they literally every single square inch they'll do with the sound deadening. It's really not needed. One, maybe two, depending on how big the panel is, and you'll notice a difference in the sound. So it doesn't sound like you're sitting in some kind of delivery van. It makes a huge difference. But you don't need to coat the whole car in that crap. Because even in here, we've got insulation, like loft insulation. So with the sound deadening and loft insulation, it's more than enough. I think that's roughly it on the inside. Like to keep it quite simple, quite nice. Probably missed a few bits. But hey ho. If you've got any questions, please put it in the comments. Also, if you've got any advice for me, because I mean, as my mum says, every day's a school day, so you're always willing to learn. So you know, just tell me, because you guys are driving around as much as I am, some of you. So little hints and tips from yourself, and we will have a hints and tips video, so look out for that one. In the meantime, thanks for looking. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll try and do the electrics. It's pretty involved, but bear with us. I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.